Hello friends! Before we begin, imagine it is hot summer day and you have just finished an intense football match. After playing the match, you must be completely soaked in sweat and you feel the heat. But after a short rest, you start to feel cooler. Why did that happen? In today's video, we will understand the science behind this experience. And let me give you a hint. It concerns evaporation, a concept we have already explored. So, let us move ahead and connect the dots. So, let us start with an example. You might have felt a cooling sensation when you rubbed your palms with sanitizer. What could be the reason for this? Well, sanitizer is a liquid that evaporates quickly from our hands, turning into a gas. Now, for this process, heat energy is needed. And where does it come from? Yes, our palms. As the heat is absorbed, our palms feel cooler. This effect is known as the cooling effect. Alright, now that we know how evaporation leads to the cooling effect, we can get an answer to our previous question too. During summers, we sweat a lot. As this sweat evaporates, it absorbs heat from our skin. This creates a cooling effect on our body. But friends, this process is not just about evaporation of sweat. It is essential for our survival. Let me tell you why. The evaporation and cooling effect help our body to maintain the optimum temperature, keeping us comfortable even on the hottest days. Continuing our discussion on those hot summer days, let's talk about something you all must have experienced. You must have noticed as the temperature rises, we naturally gravitate towards cooler options. Have you seen your mother often keep drinking water in an earthen pot rather than a steel pot? But why? Does water stay cooler in an earthen pot? Absolutely. Let me explain you how. The earthen pots are made up of clay. The surface of a clay pot has many tiny pores that allow water to slowly seep through. As this water comes in contact with the outer surface, it evaporates. This evaporation process requires heat energy, which is drawn from the water inside the pot. As heat escapes, the water temperature within the pot slowly drops, resulting in naturally cool, refreshing water. You see, this traditional method of cooling not only keeps water at comfortable drinking temperature, but also conserves energy by eliminating the need for refrigeration and gives us refreshingly cool water to enjoy on those hot days. Now let's look at another common example of cooling effect. During summer, people sprinkle water on the roofs of their houses. Do you know why? Yes, you guessed it right, to keep the house cool. Here also, evaporation creates a cooling effect. And for the same reason, water is sprinkled on the hot seat of a bike to cool it down. So friends, these traditional yet effective ways show us how useful the cooling effect of evaporation is. And here's a surprise. This knowledge can help even without modern appliances. Imagine you are in a village without electricity. How can people keep their fruits and vegetables fresh? Here's a solution with the help of a pot-in-pot cooler. Let us make one. To make this cooler, you will need two pots of different sizes, one small and one large. Now keep the smaller pot inside the larger one. Great. Now do you see the gap between the two pots? We have to fill this gap with sand and add water. Lastly, keep the fruits and vegetables inside the smaller pot and cover the cooler with a moist cloth. Voila! Your very own cooler is ready and all set to work. And as I said, it works on the same principle of cooling effect and can keep our fruits and vegetables fresh for a few days. So friends, from all the examples we saw, a simple conclusion can be drawn, and that evaporation leads to the cooling effect. Now it's your turn. Can you suggest some more examples? What about the working of a desert cooler? Think about it. Till then, keep exploring and happy learning.